this post on Instagram that said, in 2025, Black women's fear is not late marriage.
So I have to just like sound off a little bit on that video because there's nothing could be truer because I, a fellow black girl with foundation on her edges, like I thought I wiped it off, but nothing can be truer. That's why I'm back on my grind, and I'm studying my skills, digital marketing, branding, because there's nothing more that I know that I want to do other than building my brand and like talking about self-love and raising your standards and not just about that, but teaching women how to embrace their inner confidence and stuff like that, because like I'm an entrepreneur and that's something that I want to do. And you got to get up, you got to grind, and that's what I'm doing. And like I have this mindset not because of just like recently and all the crazy stuff. It's like 2020 when the panoramic happened. It totally changed everything that I thought like about my whole entire life, because I used to think that like I used to have like a cute little job at the a boutique. I used to want like to get married so badly. I wanted to be a trad wife so bad. Like my mom was, one, and I wanted to be one so badly. Used to play with baby dolls and all of that. And I had like no iota of like how to date, because a lot of mothers back then, and like not even back then, like mothers period now, unless you're like a millennial or a Gen Z mom or something like that, they always teach women to don't date until you're married. Like you shouldn't be thinking about kissing a boy or doing anything unless you're married. And I used to have that type of mindset while exploring the world when I was freshly 18, and now I'm 22 years old, 23 years old. And I don't know, a lot of things have changed, like and I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit, because I tried doing a skincare business, but then like I went through a huge financial loss because I had to take care of my mom and take care of my business, and like all of a sudden we had only like 30 days to move out of a home that we thought we were going to live in like forever. Like I thought we were like the black Full House. That's how I thought in my head. And when that happened and the panoramic happened, and then I realized like me like chasing after guys and like hoping and wishing that I get to finally be able to get married and like run like a little business on the side and like live in this big house and do all of that. Like it wasn't happening. It was not happening. It didn't happen. It didn't happen to the guy that I was talking to at my place of worship. It didn't happen. And it made me feel really sad and really just like really sad about myself. And I realized that like it's not about bitterness or about like being like this toxic girl or something like that, but it's just like if you have the power and the strength to create things yourself, you should do it. And like anything else that happens, like the man, the house, the babies, the happy long lasting marriage, being fully taken care of, let that be an add-on. And that's the only thing that you should look for if you are trying to go the marriage dating route in life, or skip marriage and make sure that you have someone that's emotionally available, consistent communication and all that. Even though that has not been my problem in my life, it's just that personally things didn't work out. But good treatment, yeah, yeah, but like some things didn't work out. And I realized that like I don't know, I just realized like back in the panoramic, I was like, literally the only person I can truly depend on is literally just me. Like, and ever since then, like, I had to get myself ready. And, now I'm posting content consistently. And I'm not trying to promote myself, but I'm just kind of like trying to add my 2 cents to it, because, like, you're talking about something that's so, like, interesting. And it really sparked, like, a conversation within me, and I just want to share my 2 cents as a black girl. And yeah, it's like Even when I walk around and like, at this new place that we're living in, like, with my family, because like we couldn't get a house, like, you know, during the panoramic, we had to spend everything. Like the stimmy came and it went. And it just like, I see like a change in men. And when I say men, I'm talking about, I mean, I know it's a lot of men. I know it's not just black men. I know it's not just whites, but I see a huge change with my color skin men. And then like I remember I was sitting on the bench and I was like reading my book about entrepreneurship. Like no, I was reading my book about wait, what am I saying book? My notes about entrepreneurship. And I just noticed like the conversations that men are having now. There was like a man, he was talking and fussing with his like girlfriend or whoever that he lived with. It could be a situationship and they live together, who knows. But he was talking like fussing, and like I'm looking leveled up, my hair is done, whatever, and I'm just sitting on the bench because like I like to move around a lot. Um and he was saying like, man, but nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about me and how I feel. Like black men, we have our feelings. That's why we go 50-50. That's why we go 50-50. And I'm like, whoo, I'm so happy. I know I'm not missing out. Ooh, I'm not missing out. And I'm so happy I kept my legs closed, even when I was naive. I'm so happy that, like, I remembered what my mom told me, no matter how Disneyland and Sesame Street my mind was, and Kermit the Frog I was, when I was 18 and 19. I'm like, whoo, Lord. I'm so happy that I didn't get caught up, or any type of way like that because it's not what I want. And even like, and also through the time and the isolation of the panoramic, you know, like I reflected a lot. I was like, wow, like why do I feel bad about myself? Why do I feel like I can't get the type of guy that I want? Like when every time I walk out the door, like I'm very exercising humility and all of that, and then every time I walk out, like guys are like, man, you look like you could be dating a white man. Oh, you look like you're the type that would go with the CEO. You look like the type that do this, but I couldn't see it for myself, and it's like I started to see that for myself you know and because I took my time, thankfully, and I didn't like throw myself in the dating world like that. I mean, well, I did, but then like, you know, I just took my baby steps in the dating world, and then I just started realizing like I can do all these things, and I'm so happy that I didn't like latch on to nobody. Um, and fast forward now, it's 2025 now, and it's like there's nothing more that I want to do than upgrade my lifestyle because I realize my mom's not going to save me, my brother's not going to save me. Well, they help me in a lot of ways, but you get what I mean. Um, you got to tap into your like spirituality, your mind, your grind, and start doing everything that you said you would do. Like building a brand, or like for me, building a brand or getting money, however that you do it, because oh yeah, and also leveling up your mind, your mindset, because like why would you not? Like I sometimes think like, man, only if I knew everything that I knew right now at 23, like I probably would have already had like the whole marriage thing, especially when I was closer in the nicer areas. But now like we in an urban area now. I'm like, dang. But then at the same time, like, I can't get mad at myself. And I'm not even going to talk down on myself because, like, I'm still becoming. I'm 23 years old. We're still building our brand. And I have lots of time in the world. But I just want to add my 2 cents and 9 minutes and 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds to this conversation, and hope I'm not annoying nobody, but I just wanted to like talk, and y'all get into the look. Bye.